but I can certainly see that you made a comment. Daughter Forbes, thank you so much for all that you do in the desert of Delaware. Good evening, Daughter Meek. Thank you again for the testimonial with the um, feud game, family feud game. Good evening, Daughter Henson. It's good to see that you're on with us tonight. Thank you for joining. Hello, Daughter Jimerson. Good to see you on with us tonight. Daughter Satterwhite, thank you for joining us. Hi, Daughter Williams, Gail Williams. Good evening to my wonderful Imperial lecturer, Daughter Jocelyn Hill Johnson. Hi, Daughter. Oh, I'm sorry. User. Daughter Jones. Hi, Daughter Bell. Hi, Daughter Angela Wilson from Imperial Court. Daughter Beach, good to have you on with us tonight. Hi, Daughter Hawkins. How are you doing? Tell your husbands I said hello. Good evening, Daughter Streeter. Hi, Daughter Simmons. How are you? Thank you so much for all you do in El Paso. Hi, Daughter Monica Dickerson. Thank you for joining us tonight. Daughter Martina Johnson, hello. Good evening, Daughter Davis. Okay, I see a Pat M. Hello. Daughter Julie. Is that Julie Hicks? How are you? Yes, it is. Good to see you. Have you on with us tonight? Hi, Daughter Wallace, Hart Wallace from Florida. Daughter Ross, good evening. Hello, Daughter Wright. Daughter Parks.
Good evening across the domain, and thank you for tuning in. Welcome to From the Desk of the 48th Imperial Commandress, Daughter Jacqualine Brown Arradondo. I am your host, Honorary Past Commandress, Daughter Jacqueline Netherland. I am out of Mula Court number 22, Oasis of Memphis, Desert of Tennessee. Welcome to the Lotus Show. Imperial Commandress.
Yes, ma'am.
How are you today?
I am wonderful, absolutely wonderful. And Daughter Netherland, I have to just, my heart is just overflowing. I'm supposed to show you these at the end, but it's live. I can do it. Look at these flowers. Look at these flowers.
They're beautiful.
Absolutely. And I want to thank the Imperial Court dive-in. They totally surprised me, and I probably should have waited because I'm getting teared up again. I just want to thank them for thinking of me, and as I told them earlier, for putting up with all of my ideas and whatever I come up with. I want to thank them, and I appreciate them so much.
Absolutely. You are loved, and I'm just so happy that You received tokens of love today. Your roses are beautiful. I want to say to your audience, welcome to the third live episode of From the Desk of the Imperial Commandress. I know on the last episode, she said that would be her last, but guess what? We are here today and we are live. So make sure that you drop your questions in the chat pane for our Imperial Commandress, because this is her last live episode from the Desk of the Imperial Commandress. So without further ado, I bring to you the 9th episode of From the Desk of the Imperial Commandress.
Good evening. I am so excited. The Imperial session is fast approaching. I hope everyone is preparing and looking forward to attending the in-person Imperial session in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I started my 2003 Imperial dive-in journey in Philadelphia, and I will end it there as well. I have had a lot of firsts during my tenure, such as the first elected Imperial Commandress from the desert of Tennessee, first Imperial Commandress to speak at the Imperial Potentate's installation, and the first Imperial Commandress to have virtual ceremonies. That's just to name a few. And this will be another to begin and end my journey in the same oasis that I started. By now, you should have received communication announcing all of your favorite Imperial events. The Egyptian Parade of Stars and the Sally Berry Fashion Show promise to entertain you with a few surprise guest models. The Ernestine Buck event will spotlight the outstanding work of female citizens in Philadelphia. If you just want to let your hair down and dance the night away, the Relaxo will definitely provide that option for you. We have several daughters competing for the title of Imperial Queen, Court Queen. They will need you to be there to cheer them on. I am encouraging the court units to represent your court and take home patrol funds. It was recently brought to my attention that in the past years, we have not invited the nobles to the Think in Pink event. Breast cancer sees no gender. Nobles are welcome to attend the Think in Pink event. And as supporters, let's encourage them to be informed, attend, and then to ensure that they get their annual cancer exam. In an effort to reduce expenses, 1 week prior to the Imperial session, the annual reports will be emailed to the deputies, illustrious commandresses, and the recordress for review and to share with the members. We will still review and accept the audit, budget, treasurer, and recordress report at the Imperial Court meeting. A printed document will not be distributed at Imperial session. Members will be responsible for printing the reports and bringing them with you. After several reminders, we still had courts that did not submit their insurance payments to the Imperial Council. These courts will receive past due notices from the Office of the Deputy Imperial Commandress regarding this matter. Please be on the lookout and comply with this mandate. Payments for the Community Health Initiative, CHI, will soon be due. Please make your payments in a timely manner to avoid your outstanding payment to the Imperial Council being a liability for the Imperial Court. If you desire to run for any Imperial Court elected position, I will need to receive your letter of intent to the Imperial Court. The Imperial Court will be hosting a candidate forum to get to know the candidates. And to receive your invitation to participate in the forum, we will need to have your letter of intent on file. Gold collars have been returned to the Imperial headquarters. Deputies can contact the Imperial headquarters if interested in purchasing a gently used collar for $175. I want to thank the court for the overwhelming response to my open window opportunity. We will have our third virtual creation on July the 31st, prior to the Imperial session. We will also have an in-person creation at Imperial session to give courts an opportunity to see and take away in-person best practices. Daughters, please be advised that when conducting petitioners' investigation, you are only to ask the questions on the investigation and questionnaire. Those questions are put in place for a purpose. Any additional questions asked will be out of line. The pandemic light is at the end of the tunnel and is getting brighter. Please continue to practice social distancing, wash your hands, wear your mask, and take the vaccine shot when offered. Finally, this will be my last episode of From the Desk of the Imperial Commandress. It's been fun, and I hope that it's been informative for you and you take away important information and for your constituent court matters. I want to thank the Imperial Media Relationship Department for helping me to stay connected with you through this new technology of reaching out to you. They've even encouraged me to do this episode live 3 times when I said I wasn't going to do it again. So they're pretty powerful, encouraging. And I also, again, would like to thank the Imperial Divan for all that you do to keep us moving in this direction, to keep us connected. I want to thank the Imperial Court staff. They have been working overtime to take care of the business of this Imperial Court. And I want to thank them from the bottom of my heart. They also provided me with flowers today. And I was just so off of my feet in shock. I ask that you please stay safe, and I will see you in Philly. I ask that you pray for me, and I'll pray for you, and we'll watch God change things. Continue to be blessed and be a blessing to others. Thank you. Thank you to the Moolah Court daughters. Thank you to the Jackie's Booster Club. Thank you so much. It has been a joy serving you. And last but not least, I want to thank the Imperial Potentate, because if he had not sanctioned, many of these things, it wouldn't have happened. We have our times now, but this was not one of them. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, and I love you. Have a good evening.
Imperial Commandress, we love you. You made it through your last and final episode of From the Desk of the Imperial Commandress. We love your energy. We love your spirit. And most of all, we just love you. I mean, you've been consistent throughout your reign, and we love you for that. We do have one question from our audience that we'd like to take. It's coming from YouTube, and it's from Elaine Forbes. Will we have a schedule of events prior to Imperial session or receive upon arrival in Philadelphia?
You should receive them both ways. I have been in contact and communication with the the directors for the convention department, and we're working on that schedule. We just have to make sure that we tie down the rooms. We don't want to put a room on there and have you go into the wrong room, but you definitely will have a schedule. I know many of you are familiar with the work tool that we used to have. But we won't have that work tool, but we will have something similar to it, something very similar to it. So look forward to that. Hello, Pat Lassiter. I know I owe you a phone call. I'm coming to it.
Oh my goodness. Imperial Commandress, we have another question for you.
Okay.
It is coming from daughter Andrews, and she's coming from YouTube. Will there be another virtual past Commandresses exaltation?
I'm sure that we will have another one, but it will not be prior to the Imperial session. We will have a virtual, excuse me, we will have an in-person exaltation at Imperial session. All of our exaltations will be conducted at Imperial session. The creation, past Commandress, honorary past Commandress, actual past Commandress, and honorary past Imperial Commandress. All of those will be conducted at Imperial session, but of course, everybody may not be there, so I don't know when the next one will be because I will not be the Imperial Commandress. So that is a question for the Deputy Imperial Commandress.
Commandress, we have another question.
Okay.
This is coming in from daughter Daphne Wanger. Will the workshops take place at session?
We will have some workshops at session. We will not have all of them, but we will have some. I do want to also share with you some of the awards that we generally have, and I did not share that with you, so I'm glad that you asked that question. They will not be given in the same manner that they have been given in the past. So the Commandress of the Year, for one, will have a workshop to prepare the Commandress of how to prepare and be ready to present themselves to this committee so that next year, the 2020 and 2021 Commandress of the Year awards will be presented at the Imperial session at 2022. So, but again, those workshops will be the workshops that we will have. You will have an opportunity to see those prior to coming, so that you can be prepared for and schedule your day.
Okay. We have another question, Imperial Commandress. This question is coming in from daughter Dickerson. Will we utilize the app this year?
Well, that, unfortunately, daughter Dickerson, that is not something that I have any control over. That is actually conducted through the Imperial Council. So that's not my choice. It would be nice to have it, but I don't know right now.
Okay. I see your questions about the schedule, and just to give you heads up, the schedule will be coming out later. The date is to be announced, but please tune in to the Prince Hall Facebook page for more details. Once it's posted, once we receive it, we'll post it. Thank you. And get your tissue out, because now we will do just, congratulatory comments from your audience, Imperial Commandress. I know it's bittersweet, and we want to definitely get the comments in from your audience, because you're loved across the domain. You really, truly are.
Thank you.
Okay, so while we're getting those comments pulled up, I'm getting a message in from the control room. So while we're waiting on him to cue the comments, I'm going to go ahead and just highlight some upcoming events that will be taking place. We will be having Imperial Session on August the 30th through the 20th. Registration ends on July the 21st. So if you have not registered, it is still time to register and be a part of this year's session. Again, it's taking place in Philadelphia, which is the city of brotherly love. We also want to highlight the Queen's Contest. It will be held at session this year on August the 16th. The deadline to submit your application is June the 30th, and it will take place at the Sheraton Hotel. The room number will be announced. And now we will go to comments from our audience. Imperial Commandress, I'm giving you the honors.
Greetings, Imperial Commandress, Imperial Deputy for the Desert of Oklahoma, daughter of Atia Smith, 164. Thank you so much, daughter Smith. It's been great. I've enjoyed talking to you, receiving your reports. Thank you for all that you do in Oklahoma.
Thank you for tuning in, daughter Smith. We have another comment coming in from YouTube, daughter McNair. She's saying, good evening, Imperial Commandress and daughters. As things come to a close, you know you have done your very best. So thank you for that comment, daughter McNair.
Thank you, daughter McNair. Daughter McNair keeps me informed. Okay. Hi, Imperial Commandress. Best wishes from the desert of South Carolina. Love you, daughter Allison Bryan, 168, Imperial Deputy for the Desert. Thank you, daughter Bryan. We have been there from probably the beginning when you were in Florida. Thank you so much. I appreciate all that you do in the desert of South Carolina. You're doing a wonderful job.
Thank you for tuning in. We have a comment coming in from Facebook from Pat. He says, absolutely beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you, Pat. Daughter Arradondo. I almost didn't know my name.
It happens. It happens.
You have been such an inspiration throughout this pandemic. We appreciate all of your invocation, patience, and support. Well, I appreciate you too and all of your patience and support for me, because you guys have really been there for me, been there waiting when we didn't know which way we were going. And again, I want to thank this Imperial Media Relations Department for helping to pull it all together. Thank you. Thank you, daughter Wallace, for keeping the desert of Florida up and running and full of ideas.
Thank you for tuning in, daughter Wallace. We have a comment coming in from YouTube from daughter Weston. Greetings, Imperial Commandress. It is so good to see you live and in person. Daughter Stacy Weston, out of court number 40, Imperial Deputy for the Desert of Colorado. Thank you for tuning in.
Thank you, daughter Weston. I sure do appreciate you. And you guys are just doing a wonderful job out there on the West Coast. I can't wait to come out and visit you.
Absolutely.
Hi, Anna. Oh, my goodness. Just want to say thank you for all you have done. Love you. Hope to see you soon, daughter Howe. Daughter Howe, I'm coming to Texas too to come see you. Thank you. I appreciate you. And you're another one that's been there from the beginning. I remember campaigning in Texas and you were right there, you and your husband. So, oh my God, I can't thank you enough for your support, for being there when I didn't know what I was doing. So thank you. I appreciate you. I'm just pretending like I know what I'm doing now.
Imperial Commandress, we have a comment coming in from YouTube. It's the illustrious Commandress of Imperial Court number 22, daughter Erica Davis. Greetings all. You are an amazing Imperial Commandress. Thank you for being such an amazing leader. Thank you.
Thank you, daughter Davis. This is my Commandress, guys. So can you imagine having to have your Imperial Commandress in your court? Ask daughter Davis. I'm not that bad. This is so great. I hope you do it again occasionally. Congratulations. the Imperial Media Relations team. And this is coming from daughter Belle. Thank you. Okay. Daughter Neverland has gone blank. We can't hear you. So let me take it. Can you hear me?
Ahead.
Okay. Imperial Commandress and Media Relations Department, thank you for doing this. Great job and a wonderful way to connect and hear directly from our leadership. And this is coming from daughter Michelle Streeter. Hello, daughter Streeter. You and I have been talking for a little bit just recently. So thank you for tuning in this evening.
Yes, thank you, daughter Streeter. We have a comment coming in from YouTube, daughter Tanya. Thank you for your outstanding leadership. Daughter Ewer from Imperial Court number 43. Thank you for tuning in.
Oh, hi there. Kinder Court's in the house. Well, in both houses. The Imperial Court headquarters with daughter King. Thank you so much.
Yes, yes.
Thank you for attending our desert conference. This is Matt coming from the deputy. Is this the deputy? Deputy for the other desert, Massachusetts and Rhode Island. Thank you so much for the invitation. I sure do. I appreciate you. Daughter Lynx is doing a wonderful job in that desert. So thank you so much for putting up with her and me. Okay, because I know we're a handful.
We have another comment coming in from YouTube, daughter Elaine Forbes. Thank you so much for all that you do. Love from the desert of Delaware. Thank you for tuning in, daughter.
Thank you, daughter Forbes. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Imperial Commandress, my sister, if it had not been for the Lord on your side, we would, where would we, I'm sorry. I'm tearing up, guys. Hold on.
Let me help you out, Imperial Commandress. Imperial Commandress, my sister, if it had not been for the Lord on our side, where would, hold on. Let me start over. My sister, if it had not been for the Lord on your, where would you so keep your hands in God's hands as we move to higher heights? Love you, job well done. We had some technical difficulties with that one, but daughter Patricia, we understood what you meant. If it had not been for the Lord on our side, where would we be? God is going to keep his hand on you as you move to higher heights. Love you much.
Thank you so much, daughter Patricia Wright Dawson. We have been through a lot too. They interviewed my previous Johnny McWhite before we got married. So we tease about that all the time. So thank you so much.
This one is coming in from daughter Lisa Beach. Thank you, Imperial Commandress, for your hard work and dedication to our organization. You are such a classy lady, and I am honored to be a part of your history. God bless you.
Thank you, daughter Beach. I appreciate you.
Thank you. I'm going to read this one too. I know we're taking turns. This one is from the Directors of Public Programs. This is from our Karen Kersey. Imperial Commandress, you have shown awesome leadership and grace during your tenure. With all the challenges brought on you by this pandemic, thank you for all that you do. Daughter Karen Kersey, past Commandress, Imperial Directress, Public Programs, Imperial Court number 134, Oasis of Tallahassee, Desert of Florida. Thank you, Directors, for calling in.
Thank you, thank you. She makes me look so good, guys. I mean,
yes.
She's just so wonderful. Thank you so much.
Yes. Imperial Commandress, would you like me to read this one?
Okay.
Okay. This one is coming in from YouTube, from daughter Joyce. You have been so transparent and accessible coming up to the line until this present day. God has truly blessed you to lead us and us to have you as a leader. Love much. Daughter Clark, Illustrious Commandress, Pyramid Court number 17. Thank you, daughter Joyce, for tuning in.
Thank you so much, daughter Clark. I look forward to seeing you in August. Thank you so much for all that you do for the court, and you're going to open us up. So at Imperial Session. So get ready.
Get ready. This one is coming in from daughter Samuel. You were my first Imperial Commandress, but you're the first Imperial Commandress I got to hug and receive such much wisdom from. It was just an honor just to be in your presence. Love you and thank you for all that you have done for us. Oh, she got to hug you.
Thank you, Daughter Samuel. Thank you so much. I won't be the last one either. I
No,
won't be the
you,
last Imperial Commandress, okay?
no,
But I'm
no.
grateful to be the first.
Yes, yes. This is from Helena coming from YouTube. God bless and keep you in the firmament and humble prayers. Continued grace. Also, thank you for creating the Sickle Cell Awareness Committee member. Love you, Dr. Helena Speller, honorary past commandress out of court number 17. This is our last comment, Imperial Commandress.
Okay. All right.
Okay, well, we have one more.
Yes.
I will let you do the honors of reading the last one.
Okay. Hello, daughters. Imperial Commandress, you have been a shining example of extraordinary dignity and poise. Thank you, daughter Kisma. Help me with the pronouncing of your last name.
Kimsey Burley, she's out of Ossipee Court, number 186, Oasis of Valdosta, Desert of Georgia. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you. And I look forward to seeing you in Philadelphia. Thank you.
Absolutely. I want to say thank you all for your comments. They are just so good to receive them. So the Imperial Commandress will just know how much she's loved. It means so much for you all to take the time out your day and share your feedback and comments with her. Imperial Commandress, I have some information coming in to you from the control room. The Deputy Imperial Commandress, daughter Paulette Brown, would like to interview you on the next Lotus show airing July the 24th at 10 a.m. I know we just said this was going to be your last live show. However, the Lotus show is a little different. The flow is different. And this time, the Deputy Imperial Commandress would like to poll you on your thoughts and feelings about, you're leaving the office of Imperial Commandress. And she just want to talk to you via the Lotus audience just to see your thoughts and feelings on that. And guess what? You got something for her too. I have a great idea. Why don't you interview her, because she's the incoming Imperial Commandress, and you can post check her thoughts and feelings as well. It can be a dual interview on the next Lotus show, July 24th. What do you say?
You see what I mean? They will twist your arm. They will arm wrestle you to get their way. All right. Because I love you, because I love this department, because you have done so much to keep us connected. And last but not least, because I do love my Deputy Imperial Commandress. We on.
Awesome. I just want to say, if you want to blame someone, I think you should blame Terrence Anderson in the control room, because that's where I am getting the message from. So you do have someone to blame for you going live once again.
Okay.
Okay. Well, Imperial Command.
I'll be almost have to see so, whatever I do doesn't matter anymore. Okay. All right. I won't say that again, Denise.
Not a problem. Well, Imperial Commandress, I want to say thank you for your energy. Thank you for your willingness just to support this platform. And just thank you for being you. Are there any closing thoughts for your audience?
Again, I just want to say thank you for all that you do to keep us moving in this direction. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your patience, and thank you for your love. I look forward to seeing you in Philadelphia, where the city of brotherly love and sisterly affection.
Absolutely.
We'll be there. But even while we're there, please protect yourself so that we can go home the way that we came. Thank you so much for even coming to Imperial Session to see me take my position as a past Imperial Commandress, and see daughter Paulette Brown take her position as our 49th Imperial Commandress. Thank you so much. It's going to be a joy to see her take the reign. I'll be here, but I'm moving on.
Absolutely. Well, we want to thank the Imperial Media Relations team for the support and production of the From the Desk of the 48th Imperial Commandress platform. We want to say thank you for all that you do. We also want to thank the daughters and nobles across the domain that may have tuned in for the Desk of the Imperial Commandress. We appreciate you and be blessed. Until next time.